So we were wanting to get this thing registered this week. In fact, I think it was supposed to be by the 15th, which is the time that we're actually shooting the beginning of this video. Obviously that's not going to happen. We have a messed up front tire, our turn signals don't work in the front, and we still have to put in an interior. In fact, our interior is here in these two boxes. We're just going to get straight into it. We're not going to do the intro or anything like that. No, whatever. Now, what we have here is a full rear seat delete, which is the rear seat, the package shelf, the sides, basically the sides like here on the inside, as well as the seat itself. The door panels are in this one. Now, what we want to do is we want to put in the door panels, but we are doing something a little bit different. We are not using the regular door handles. That's the part that we're going to have to figure out after we get the door panels on and basically find out how much room we have, because we don't know if we have the ability to do what we want to do until we get the door panels on. Now the door panels, they sent us a set of rivets, but we're not going to use that. We're actually going to use screws and rib nuts. So machine screws and rib nuts, because we want to be able to remove this whenever we need. Say for instance, if we want to change something out or take the glass out or whatever and put Lexan or no windows at all in this, we want the ability to be able to do that.
Or if the window motors fail, or if the lock mechanism fails, or something goes wrong in the door, we have the ability to take it off easily instead of drilling out rib nut or the rivets. That's why we chose to go with this method instead of the traditional rivets.
I want to be able to make it as simple as possible to remove the stuff and put it back on. Also, I want to be able to remove this where, say for instance, we get rid of this car and get a different Mustang, say for instance a GT or something like that, we can take everything from this car and put it in the other one. Meaning I can just unbolt it and I don't have to drill anything out and make the holes bigger or mess it up. I can just unbolt it or unscrew it and it's good. But let's go ahead and pull out these door panels. We did get this from Scott Rod Fabrications. Nice place. They are backed up. They sell a lot of aluminum interior for multiple types of vehicles. I'm not sponsored by them. I've called them up and paid full price for them. They're actually fairly quick. And when they shipped them out, it only came, I mean, it only took them like a couple days to get here. So props on that. That is the passenger side.
Yeah. So it does have a
protective coating over it. You can see it right there.
A plastic film on it. That way it doesn't get dinged up.
No, the one thing we have to say is these tabs right here are where we're going to have to drill the holes and basically put rib nuts in it. So we want to make sure that everything fits before we do this. I also don't know about this. I don't know how this is going to be affected by it. Okay, so what we have to figure out is this right here is unlock, this right here is lock, but this, when it sits like this, it doesn't matter because you can't unlock it. So unless I get an extension, because right now
it's unlocked and we're still able to put the panel on without interfering with it.
Yeah. So I have to see what I'm hitting down here. So it's all the wiring. Oh, so I'm hitting, grab that. I'm hitting this. So I have to relocate this wiring inside. because it's hitting all this stuff. Get me a...
I'm gonna put this up here.
Yeah, get me a knife, because I have to cut this out and move this wiring down. Because right now it's just in the way. I'll have to tie it up inside here rather than outside. Hits all down here.
So these tabs right here are where we're gonna secure it into the car, right?
Yeah, so you'll have to, what we'll do is we'll mark these tabs of where we want to drill the holes out for these. Once we drill these out, we'll put this back. We'll mark the door itself where we want to drill the holes, and then at that point we'll insert the rib nuts and then just fit it before we figure out the handle mechanism and everything like that. So let me see first. So, okay, so it pretty much goes all the way forward, because if not, it hits the back. So, right there. So if you're looking at this, this goes all the way forward until you can't go any further. There is a lip on the inside of this right here that catches with this. What this does is lines up the door where when you close right here, it doesn't hit on the inside of the door frame. Right there. And it is like
Spot
perfect
on.
right there. That's good. So, let me mark these real quick. We'll be right back. We'll go ahead and drill out these real quick and bring you back. That way we can see the next stage of what we're doing. Okay. So we went ahead and drilled everything. Right here, 2, 1, and I did make sure that all of them were in the center. Also made sure that the 3 right here, so you see 1, 2, and 3 were evenly spaced. A little OCD, as well as, let's see, the front. So where you see a gap in the front right here where there isn't one, there's actually an indentation where the door goes in and back out again. So there's nothing to drill into the mount right here. It's only where the holes are. Basically these two and this one up here. Now when you saw me on the video, I was messing around with the back side of this. What I ended up doing is taking a drill bit that's a little bit longer or a little bit bigger and deburred the inside, because it's a nice, easy way to do it. You just take a larger drill bit, a little bit larger, run it in there by hand, deburr it. It takes off all the little edges so they won't cut you. So let's go ahead and put this on, do a final test fit, close the door, and then start marking where we're gonna put the holes in here. Now I do have a rib set kit, whole ton of rib nuts. So okay, looks like where it's gonna be. So what we'll do is transfer the holes from the panel to the door with a Sharpie. Jill will do that. Since it's her car, she wants to do it.
Hi,
Draco's gonna help as little as possible.
Draco's gonna make me graffiti my car.
Okay, so before we go any further, what I'm doing is I'm putting in rib nuts. It's basically using a tool I'll show you in a second. It's basically putting one of these, let's see, these right here through this, and then pulling the whole thing down to basically make its own nut plate, kind of. So that's what it is. These are the 5mm ones. That's what I have a ton of screws for. Put that out of the way. Note to self, make sure you have the right drill bit to put these in. So we ended up having to drill all these holes out one last time to make sure. We will install all these, and I think I missed one anyway, so. So we got to do this a dozen more times. I had to drill that one out again, but we'll do all these real quick. Time lapse. Start now. Now, let's see how many I screwed up.
I might learn how to use it on the other door. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, first off, let me tell you, the idea to put machine screws in the door to hold the door panel on was a absolute bad idea. That's my bad. I realized how bad it was when one of them got stuck and stripped out. So what we ended up doing is drilling out all the rib nuts that we installed and putting it a little bit larger, and then putting in 6mm screws. So it's a 10mm socket, which are all over the vehicle anyways. So let's go ahead and show you. They're not tight, but they do fit in there. Shadow, you want to show them? Okay, Shadow's going to show. That's the seat, buddy. Door panel's right there. Yes, you didn't lick the camera, did you?
Probably.
Anyways, so we have 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. We have 4 across the bottom and 3 in the front. Now, what we are doing is we want to be able to remove this when we need, in case any issues happen, like window mode or anything like that. I don't want to have to drill out all the rivets and stuff. Also, he likes it a little bit better, as well as we do have the window switches. Now that we have this figured out, we have the window switches we got to put in, which I believe are going to be up here somewhere, because it's a little bit more sturdy than down in the middle, as well as the door handle, which is basically just going to be a pull cord. Let me see. Yeah, just a pull cord that's right here. It's like a strap. It's going to be towards the front, and that way it's just going to go out a slot we put. That way you can just pull it and it pulls open the door. If you guys are wondering why we're doing that, is because I don't want the regular door handle. It's so easy to open the door with the regular, just pull the cord and it pops open. Really simple. Now, we will do this in a later video. We perfected putting this together. She did. So she is going to do that side.
Yes.
That's going to be later on. It's right there.
So get down there. I'm going to show them how easy it is with the cord.
Oh, yeah.
Since the window's down.
So as you can tell, right there is the cord for the door. So usually is a door handle connected to it. So all you have is that. So we're just going to put a strap on the end of it. It's like a door pull strap, and that's it. So we're just going to have it so it comes out the front, or it comes out the top, right about this location right here. And then again, the window switches will be up on the top right here. So
yeah, it'd be something like,
yeah,
something like that.
Red is the out, and then we'll have a door pull for the actually close the door, which would be a black one. That way you can identify which one's which. Anyways.
Hang on. I'm gonna get stuck.
So this is how much room we have. Oh, let me show you something right here. So we realized when we put this thing in, look how close that is. I mean, there is
maybe a 1/4 of an inch, if that, or less.
like an 1/8 of an inch. So it is really tight right there. Hope you guys like this. This is by far one of the funnest part of it because we're actually modifying it, putting the race interior in or the aluminum interior in, race-ish style. This will be Jill's rally car. And we're learning on this one because mine will be exactly the same, except it will be basically a street car, street racing, like autocross?
Yeah.
Autocross. So.
And if I get sick of doing rally, we can take everything out of this and just switch it over.
Exactly. Anyways, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And the next video is us cutting apart the new door panel we just put in to figure out the switches.
Oh boy.
Fun. Anyways, see you next video. Bye.